Alexander Cross with the law offices of Cross and Associates. If you'd like to learn more about criminal law here in the San Francisco Bay Area, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Law Offices of Cross and Associates. So we received an interesting inquiry here on our YouTube channel. Let's see, this has to do with somebody who was arrested for a firearm after a domestic violence conviction. Let's see, 15 years ago, I had a case of domestic violence. Years later, while investigating a neighbor, the police found an unregistered firearm in my house and they arrested me. Well, first of all, they wouldn't arrest you for the unregistered firearm because it's actually not a crime here in the state of California to be in possession of an unregistered firearm as long as the firearm is in your house. If it's out in public, that's another story. But in your house, it's perfectly legal to have a firearm even if it's not registered, provided it's not stolen, of course. However, if you have previously been convicted for a domestic violence, generally speaking, here in the state of California, you do get a 10-year ban. And if you are in violation of Penal Code Section 29805 parentheses B, you can get up to 3 years in state prison for violating that 10-year ban. That applies for anybody who's been convicted of a domestic violence, whether or not it's misdemeanor or felony. Now, generally speaking, it is still a crime to be in possession of a firearm if you are a felon. So just based on that, even if you're past that 10-year ban for domestic violence, you could still be convicted of a felony. Also, under federal law, even if you have been convicted of a misdemeanor domestic violence under the Lautenberg Amendment, you can still get up to 15 years in state prison for and plus a $250,000 fine for being in possession of a firearm after a domestic violence conviction, even if that domestic violence were a misdemeanor. So keep in mind, it's a very serious offense to be in possession of a firearm if you've been convicted of a misdemeanor domestic violence. It doesn't matter. I know a lot of people say, yeah, but it's a misdemeanor. Nope, but it's still domestic violence, and it's still a felony to be in possession of the firearm. Regardless, if you'd like to learn more about criminal law here in the San Francisco Bay Area, be sure to subscribe to our channel, Law Offices of Cross and Associates. But if you've been accused of a crime and need representation in court, be sure to give us a call at 1-800-862-7677. Once again, 1-800-862-7677. On our next video, we're going to be discussing the case of somebody who was arrested for taking items from a store, but they were under duress. See you on our next video.